completed the full API integration with all of the ECO products. Now let's say that the doc requests for that patient to go and get blood work. So that doc cuts an order through CPOE through Immun's ECO tablet, the EMR tablet, and cuts an order through their clinical exchange application. The patient goes and gets lab work, and as in typical, we wait as patients to find out what the results are. The results will be rendered back to that practice. Someone will have to approve those, and the great part now is that now, once the labs have been approved by the nurse, the doc, whomever, now it can be placed into the personal health record. And because we have now received at the very first the registration of that patient, they told us, you know what, we want to be communicated through email or we want to be communicated through text. Well, now, through our portal, you can send that patient an email or a text that says your labs have been posted to your personal health record. Click on this link, which takes them into their PHR. They can see that. So all of that is very tight. We can go through a lot of that integration, but that's the benefit of that full integration in regards to registered patient ECO and your practice management product. However, to go to option 2, and I think this was your question, Janice, but I want to make sure that I heard you correctly. If you are asking how long would it take just register patient, let's just say today you have 100 practices or 50 practices or whatever the number is, and you would like to get started with just the register patient piece first, the portal side, and whatever features and functions you want, how quickly could we integrate with just your practice management piece? Let's say that is one of your questions. What I would tell you is that we can do that in 30 days or less. Now, there are some things that depend on how fast on your side you would want to move, but we have been able to stand up other practice management system companies in 2 to 3 weeks. We do that through either an HL7 adapter that we have developed both for client server and for cloud, or for an API. We have a few different APIs that we've developed that we can also do through client server and or cloud-based as well. So those are kind of the options that I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page, and please, correct me or ask questions if I'm not.
That wasn't my specific question, but that was good to know. But down the road, after we're all happy doing business with each other and, getting a customer from that point, if we're on the phone selling this product to a customer, is he 2 weeks from being up and implemented with his information and his functionality request on his dashboard?
We can make somebody live within 20 to 30 minutes.
Wow, okay.
Now the question is, but there's always an asterisk, right?
Right.
The asterisk is will that practice, let's say it's the practice administrator, will they be a super user in 20, 30 minutes? No, absolutely not, right? So there's the part of, can we get them stood up, and can we actually make them their own portal page and give them the functionality, and they can actually go ahead and start sending requests to patients? Yes, we can do that. I would tell you it's going to take a couple of days, right, for a practice administrator, and we have training programs. We work with you guys. We work with Imbion and all those different pieces. That takes a few days, right, for somebody to get comfortable with it. But as far as setting somebody up and going live, we can do that very fast.
And we talked about a monthly fee, but that customization or setup, is there an extra fee that as a salesperson we would need to be aware of? And I don't need to know numbers. I'm just talking about complexity of sales. Are there startup fees and...
Right. There's a one-time setup fee for our, what I would tell you, customization. And that includes, what we typically do, Janice, is we ask the practice to tell us, what do you want your registration to look like? And really the first question is, do you have an intake form today? Right?
Right.
And then we go through sort of our 3-4 questions of around that because, as you guys know, you find a lot of crap out there. They're still using a form that's 12 years old, but yet they're still asking 17 other questions and et cetera. So we kind of start with that, but that one-time setup is not an exorbitant fee, but there is some setup that has to be done, and then it's just a straight per provider per month.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that was my side of it.
Anything we've seen today, Echo or Endion, the EMR process, is that built into registered patients? Like we saw social history questionnaires. Who is that? Is that the registered patient product or ECO?
And Peter, I can jump in if you want.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's actually both. So what we have done jointly together is we have made sure that because we're using some very complex API calls, that those data elements that as much as we can, I'm not sure if that was Gary or Matt, but as much as we can, we have tried to make sure the yellow wire matches the yellow wire in ECO EMR, because it's all about, we really are focused on workflow. We want this workflow to be very efficient and effective because that is what drives, obviously, user adoption. And user adoption means, better care, better results, right, all the way around. So for the most part, what we try to do is make sure that both the clinical side and the administrative side of the data elements are linked inside the ECO platform. So there's no double keying is what I'm basically saying, Gary or Matt.
Right. And again, Gary and Matt and Janice, again, the key benefit that I can't stress enough, more or less to reinforce what Justin said, is that's the significant value of working a channel partner relationship who is interested in ECO. Because to Justin's point, most all of the elements, especially obviously on the EDI side, Endion is already providing. And the other components within ECO that we discussed in this